Sorry guys, give me just a second. Hi guys, how are you? We are reading poetry tonight, so stick around for that if you want. Oop. Hi everybody. We are reading from Robert Frost tonight. If you do not know who Robert Frost is, he's amazing. Amazing. Hi Candace, how are you? Welcome in. Sorry, I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna mirror myself. Yeah, Robert Frost. So, let me get the music correct. Hi love, how are you? Hey, Neo, how are you? Hi, oh my gosh, I can see you guys. How are you? I'm reading poetry tonight from Robert Frost. If you know who that is, they're amazing. I'm so good, thank you so very much. Let me see if I can't get this. I want to see if I can plug this in. Give me a second. Hi, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys are here. Where are you guys from? Yes, they say that a large forehead means intelligence, and I'll take it. Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here. We're reading poetry tonight. I'm discovering what I love again. So, anyway, hi France. Oh my gosh, you guys are from France? Hello, I'm so glad you're here. Oh my goodness. Does everyone, where am I from? The States, the United States. Um, can you tell me what time it is there with you guys? I have no idea. Um, Hi, India. I'm so glad you guys are here. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so exciting for me. um, so we're gonna start with. Okay, so this is a book that was given to me, poems by Robert Frost, and they did this. Dang it! They covered up the beautiful signature on the book, and I want to like peel it off and see whose book this was. Julian McDaniel? Julian McDaniel, I have your book. Look, is this tarot? No, we are reading poetry tonight. Look at that. Isn't that fun? It's 5:55 by the way. So, um this is the book. It's absolutely stunning. You guys can see this. If not, there you go. So, the first poem. Oh, so let's just read the very first. It says, The figure a poem makes. Let me just get this together. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Sorry, I'm doing something on the computer. Give me just a second. Hi guys, we are reading poetry tonight. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. We're gonna have a little background music, okay? So, here we go. Oh, heard. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, good. You can hear me. Okay, good. Perfect. So, the figure of a poem makes. Abstraction is an old story with the philosophers, but has been like a new toy in the hands of artists in our day. Why can't we have any one quality of poetry we choose by itself? We can have in thought. Then it will go hard if we can't in practice our lives for it. I don't know. I don't like the way that's written. Sorry, guys. I'm going to skip that. We're just going to go straight to the first poem, okay? There's so many poems in here. Oh my goodness. Ooh. The first one is Into My Own. One of my wishes is that those dark trees, so old and firm, they scarcely show the breeze, were not as 'twere the merest mask of gloom, but stretched away upon the edge of doom. I should not be withheld, but that some day into their vastness I should steal away, fearless of our finding open land, our highway where the slow wheel pours the sand. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Reading is fun. Yay! We're back. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me? Darn it! Give me a second. I'm really sorry. This was supposed to be done. Hopefully you can hear me. Good. 10 times better than before. Okay, you're back. Yay, next poem. Get out of here. Okay, Ghost House. I dwell in a lovely house I know, that vanished many a summer ago, and left no trace but the cellar walls, and a cellar in which the daylight falls, and the purple-stemmed wild raspberries grow. O'er ruined fences the grapevines shield, the woods come back to the mowing field. The orchard tree has grown one copse of new wood and old where the woodpecker copse. The footpath down the well is healed. I dwell with the strangely aching heart in that vanished abode there far apart, on that disused and forgotten road that has no dust bath now for the toad. Night comes, the black bats tumble and dart. The whippoorwill is coming to shout. The hush and cluck and flutter about. I hear him begin far enough away, full many a time to say his say, before he arrives to say it out. It is under the small, dim summer star. I know not who these mute folk are, who share the unlit place with me, those stones out under the low-limbed tree. Doubtless bear names that the mosses mar. They are tireless folk, but slow and sad, though too close keeping are lass and lad, with none among them that ever sings, and yet in view how many things bring, as sweet companions that might be had. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad you're here, though. Thank you for being here. And so, full disclosure, I had a speech impediment growing up, and so reading was very difficult for me. And so I'm kind of getting over the fear of reading out loud to people. So thanks for being here with me during that. So I really appreciate you. The next poem is My November Guest. Hi, guys. My sorrow, when she's here with me, thinks these dark days of autumn rain are beautiful as days can be. She loves the bare, the withered tree. She walks the sodden pasture lane. Her pleasure will not let me stay. She talks, and I'm faint to list. She's glad the birds are gone away. She's glad her simple, worsened gray is silver now and clinging mist. The desolate, deserted trees, the faded earth and heavy skies, the beauties she so truly sees, she thinks I have no eye for these, and vexes me for reasons why. Not yesterday I learned to know the love of bare November days, before the coming snow, but it were vain to tell her so, and they are better for her praise. The next is Love and Question. A stranger came to the door at eve, and he spoke the bridegroom fair. He bore a green white stick in his hand, and for all burden care. He asked with the eye more than the lips, for a shelter for the night. He turned and looked at the road afar, without a window light. The bridegroom came forth into the porch, with "Let us look to the sky." The question of the night to be, stranger, you and I. The woodbine leaves withered or littered the yard. The woodbine berries were blue. Autumn, yes, winter is in wind. Stranger, I wish I knew. Yes, I will. So, thank you, Andre. So, Souffle asked, can I explain my favorite figures? Thank you, Papa. Thank you so much for liking the live. Figures of speech that I come across? Yes, I will. Thank you so much. Within the bride in the dusk alone, bent over an open fire. Her face rose red with the glowing coal and the thought of the heart's desire. The bridegroom looked at the weary road, yet saw her within, and wished her heart in a case of gold and pinned with a silver pin. The bridegroom thought it little to give, a dole of bread, a purse, the heartfelt prayer for the poor of God, or for the rich of a curse. But whether or not a man was asked to mar the love of two by harboring woe in the bridal house, the bridegroom wish he knew. Oh, that was lovely. Okay, this is gonna fall again. This is really making me mad. Why is this doing this? Hi guys, how are you? It's supposed to stay. This is called a late walk. Yeah, he has a different cadence. So not all of his poetry rhymes with each of the, it doesn't have a cadence. Like sometimes like they'll rhyme with a cadence. This one doesn't rhyme with a cadence, but it's not bad. It just, it's different. Hi, real devil. I love you. Thanks for being here. So a late walk is what this is called. When I go through the mowing field, the headless aftermath, smooth laid like thatch in the heavy dew, half closes the garden path. When I come to the garden ground, the whir of silver birds, up from the tangle of withered weeds, is sadder than any words. A tree beside the wall stands bare, but a leaf that lingered brown. Disturbed, I doubt not, but my thought comes softly rattling down. The inn not far from my going forth, by picking the faded blue, off the last remaining aster flower, to carry again to you. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so, oh, you're funny, Robmac. So souffle, I love this. So you said that you recently learned that poems do not rhyme at all in English. Didn't rhyme at all in English before French literature was invented. That does not surprise me. It doesn't. I think that's lovely. But I loved this one. This is so fun. Like, so he's sitting in, he's walking, right? And he's on a garden, and there are birds around. It's probably late in season, right? Because everything is brown. It says, the tree beside me stands bare, but a leaf that withered brown. So it would be late in the season, right? And disturbed, I doubt not, but my thought comes softly rattling down. And, you know, what is the thought? It said, I am not far from my going forth, by picking the faded blue of the last remaining aster flower and carrying it again to you. So it's almost like they're sitting there, right? And he's sitting there and he's by like a garden wall and it's fall and everything's like kind of bare or dead or whatnot, but he sees an aster flower and thinks of his love and like carries it to her. I love that. That's lovely. I love that. Oh my gosh. So full disclosure, whenever I was a little girl, like I said, I had a speech impediment and I couldn't speak well. And so I learned to read. But what I learned to read well was like poetry or like, oddly enough, you know, the version of the Bible that's a King James, like that cadence or that way that they speak, that's I spoke that, I understood that well. And poetry was my first love language. And so this is so lovely to discover with you guys. So thank you so much. The next one is called Stars. How countlessly they congregate o'er our tumultuous snow, which flows in shapes as tall as trees when wintry winds do blow. As if with keenness for our fate, our flattering few steps on, to white rest, a place of rest, invisible at dawn. And yet, with neither love nor hate, these stars like some snow white, Minerva's snow white marble eyes, without the gift of sight. I wonder who Minerva is. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, this is the poem Stars by Robert Frost. I wonder who Minerva is. It's either a person he knew or it was a character. So, Storm Fear is the next one, is what it's called. We're putting that back up. There we go. Okay. So, Storm Fear. When the wind works against us in the dark and pelts with the snow, the lower chamber window on the east, and whispers with a sort of stifled bark, "The beast, come out, come out." It costs no inward struggle not to go. Ah, no. I count our strength, two and a child, those of us not asleep, subdued to mark, and how the cold creeps as the fire dies at length, how drafts are piled. Dooryard and road unguarded, dooryard and road ungraded. Till then, the comforting barn grows far, far away. Sorry. Till even the comforting barn grows far away. And my heart owns a doubt, whether 'tis in us to arise with day and save ourselves unaided. Yeah, that's definitely like a talking. Ooh, hello, Joshua Brown. Sorry, I'm reading this, guys. It says, what does it mean to maneuver it? It means to move it. So, like, to move it around. So, like, if I take this and I, like, move it around something. So, like, let's say, or if I have a car and I move it around there and there's, like, things around it, it's called maneuvering it around it. It's like moving it, but it's another kind of word for almost like an obstacle course or something like that. Hi. Oh my gosh. So Joshua Brown, I have the Poetic Bible and the Testament. I got it on Amazon. Cool. Gospel Blues on YouTube. I'm actually a blues singer, so that's pretty cool. I am from Kansas, so the beat poets are really, really dear to me. If you don't know what beat poets are, they speak. Oh, okay, I understand. But in the context of poeming, I heard you say something with maneuvering it. Oh, I'll have to go back. No, I'm sure you didn't misunderstand. I'm sure not. You can crash or you can flow. Be water, my friend. I love that. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. No, you didn't misunderstand. I'm sure it was me. Okay, so the next one is wind and window flower. Lovers, forget your love and list to the love of these. She a window flower and he a winter breeze. When the frosty window veil was melted down at noon, and the caged yellow bird hung over her in tune, he marked her through the pane. He could not help but mark and only passed her by to come again at dark. He was a winter wind, concerned with ice and snow, dead weeds and unmated birds, and little love could know. But he sighed upon the sill, he gave the sash a shake, as witness all within, who lay at night awake. Perchance he half prevailed to win her for the flight, for the firelight looking glass and warm stove window light. But the flower leaned aside and thought of naught to say. The morning found the breeze 100 miles away. Oh, I love that. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Maybe? Okay. Is that any better? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. You can hear me. Josh can hear me. That's awesome. Okay, good. Good. I'll just hair over and start this way. Okay, good. I liked that one. That was fun. It had more cadence, so it like rhymed, right? Every other, so it's the structure's this, and it rhymes every other. Those I love. It's like a cadence, right? So, I'm so glad you guys are here. This is lovely. Me too. I love poetry too. Like I was telling them, I was like, this is like my first love. It's lovely. I'm gonna check on this. Thank you guys for liking the live. My gosh, you guys are amazing. I'm dead serious. Like when you like and share the live, it helps so much. Like, and you guys are doing such a great job. Thank you. I love you so much. Because I'm on this journey of learning to love myself. And to love myself, I want to learn what I love again. And I felt like I lost a few things, and poetry is one of them. I am not a teacher. No, I am not a teacher. I am just a writer. So first, I'm a poet. Like I love poetry. I love spoken word. I love it so much. I think it heals, right? Hi Giles, how are you? And I think we need more of it. I think that I don't know, I think it can heal. I do, I think it can heal things. And so because sometimes for me, especially spoken poetry, can be kind of like, I'll have to look up what this poetry Bible is. It is so healing, it is. It's like, hi Gary, how are you? Yes, both writing and reading it. Yes, I found, Souffle said, I have a friend who did a silent meditation or something like that, and it was a game changer. You said, oh, you wouldn't do anything close to that, at least not now. Oh, yeah, I love that. Yeah, please look up the author. I love that so much. I love classic poetry. Like I said, I love poetry with a cadence, but especially with like a story. I love that so much. You guys are killing it. Like, do you have any idea how amazing you are? You guys just keep liking the live. It's really helping. I love it. I love you guys. I'm so glad that we are chatting. This makes me very happy. It's kind of like having pen pals. Did anyone have pen pals in like grade school that like dreamt of like meeting them and things? Aw, thank you, interconnectedness. That's so sweet of you. Thank you very much. Just for everyone to look forward to, I'm actually going to start singing again. And I think I'm going to start writing blues, which is it's like poetry to a beat, right? And so I'm hoping that's going to happen very soon. I don't know how I'm going to do it. It's probably going to be a lot of like a cappella. I would love to put my poetry into music and figure out how to Sorry, someone, I needed to block someone. Um, anyway, how to do that, buddies? Okay, so, oh, Wolf, hi. So you're a poet, right? Yes, I'm a poet. So how poetry born, like, does it relate to life? I, there is a reason that poetry dates back to, like, the beginning of ever, the everdom of ever. Even the philosophers, a lot of them were poets. Like, I have this book, it's Aristotle's. It's one of the oldest books I have, and it's an Aristotle book, and he was um, a poet as well. And so I believe that there is such a truth and grounding, universal language with poetry. There's something about it. I don't know why. I think maybe it's got a cadence to it, it's got a rhythm, and it's got a rhyme. It could date back to songs and how our heritages, our stories were passed down by songs. But I'll stop rambling on. I'll keep reading. But yeah, it relates to life so very much. Um, this one is to the thawing wind. Come with rain, O loud southwestern. Bring the singer, bring the nester. Give the buried flower a dream. Make the settled snowbank stream. Find the brown beneath the white. But whatever you do, do it tonight. Bathe my window, make it flow. Melt it as the ice will go. Melt the glass and leave the sticks, like the hermit's crucifix. Burst into my narrow stall. Swing the picture on the wall. Run the rattling pages o'er. Scatter poems on the floor. Turn the poet out the door. That was fun. Oh, I liked that one. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but a southwestern is a huge storm in the northwest or the northeast. I know it sounds funny, but like the people who are in the northeast of the United States. Oh, interconnectedness. Yes, I'll share my own poetry. Thank you so much. I'm gonna start writing again, so I'm very excited. I mean, I have some, but this is kind of inspiring me. So basically, it's calling the northwestern, that really big storm, in. You know, it says, "Bring the singer, bring the nester." I think they're calling in birds. Bring the buried flower a dream. Make the settled snowbake stream. Find the brown beneath the white. But whatever you do, do it tonight. I love that. Hi, from Corsica. Okay, so this one's called A Prayer in Spring. Turn this down just a little bit. There we go. A Prayer in Spring. Oh, give us pleasure in the flowers today, and give us not to think so far away. As the uncertain harvest, keep us here, all simply in the springing of the year. Oh, give us pleasure in the orchid white, like nothing else by day, like ghosts by night. And make us happy in the happy trees, the swarm of bees dilapidating round the perfect trees. Make us happy in the darting bird that suddenly above the bees is heard, the meteor that thrusts in the needle bill, and off a blossom in midair stands still. For this is love, and nothing else is love, the which it is deserved for God above, to sanctify to what far ends he will, but which it only needs that we fulfill. Oh, that's lovely. I love that one. Fun fact, traces of math go all the way back to 30,000 BC, while poetry is only 2,500 to 3,000 BC. So we were long rational before we became expressive. That's interesting. That's a very interesting fact. Wow. this one's flower gathering. Hi, Brian. Flower gathering. I left you in the morning, and in the morning glow, you walked away beside me to make me sad to go. Do you know me in the gloaming? Gout and dusty gray with roaming? Are you dumb because you knew me not? Or dumb because you know all of me, and not a question? For the faded flowers gay, that could take me from beside you for the ages of the day? They are yours to be measure of their worth for you to treasure, the measure of a little while, and I've been long away. That was nice. Oh, rose begonias. It's called rose begonias. A saturated meadow, sun-shaped of jeweled small, a circle scarcely wider than the trees around were tall, where wind were quite excluded, and the air was stifling sweet, with the breath of many flowers, a temple of the heat. There we bowed us in the burning, as the sun's right worship is, to pick where none could miss them 1,000 orchises. For through the grass was scattered, yet every second spear seemed tipped with wings of color and tinged the atmosphere. We raised a simple prayer before we left the spot, that in a general mowing, that place might be forgot. Or if not all for favored, obtain such grace of ours, that none should mow the grass there, while so confuse the flowers. Oh, I love that. That was lovely. So Joshua, it says John 1:1, in the dawn of the time, the Word did reign, with God and dwelt sacred domain. The Word was God, pure and divine, and the beginning and the original sign. Oh, I love that. So this is called Waiting. A field at dusk. What things for dream there are when specters... what things for dream there are when spectre-like, moving along tall haycocks, lightly piled, I enter alone upon the stubble field, from which the laborer's voice late have died, and in the antiphony of afterglow and rising full moon, sit me down. Upon the moon's side of first haycock, I lose myself amid so many alike. I dream upon the opposing lights of the hour, preventing shadow until the moon prevail. I dream upon the nighthawks peopling heaven, even circling each with vague unearthing cry, or plunging headlong with fierce twang afar, and on the bat's mute antics, who would seem dimly to have made out my secret place, only to lose it when he, I don't know what that word is, pyrotits. It's like Tourette's, but pyro in the front. Aw, Danny. Thank you. He said, I'm going to listen to your voice to sleep. Aw, thank you. I don't like that one. I'm sorry. That's just a really hard one to read. We're going to skip it. Yes, USA. I'm from the United States. Although I'm thinking about visiting Portugal. So if anyone's been to Portugal, please let me know. Oof. Goodness. This keeps wanting to fall. This is silly. Don't fall. Sorry, I'm going to move you down. There we go. Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm putting my viewers to sleep. Oh, kind of sorry. You're from Dubai? Oh, I love it. Hi, Dubai. Oh, I know. I love the poetry style. It's so interesting because some of them are like, so some of them are like stories, right? I really prefer like the cadence, and some of them look like actual like books, like which you would read. So, aw, I'll take it. Anything that helps. Yeah, I don't know. I'm filing that I like Robert Frost. He's good, but I think his um, Dubai is good to visit. So novels, yeah, novels is like a book. It's a long book, usually with the story and whatnot. Yeah, it's interesting how these are. Aw, you're welcome. Thank you for listening. I love this so much. So this is called In a Veil, VALE, in a veil, like a veil. Um, Moonlight. My cat's asleep on the floor. Oh, fun. Okay, in the veil. When I was young, we dwelt in a veil by a misty fen that rang a light all night. We're starting over because that was silly of me. Like a valley. Like a valley. I don't know what that means, but you said like a valley. So when I was young, we dwelt in a vale. Oh no, maybe a valley? Maybe a valley? I don't know, maybe. Maybe it's a valley. Or like a covering. I think of a covering. No, it's not. That must be a valley. Because a veil is VAIL, right? Hooked on phonics. I was hooked on phonics. I don't know, obviously. In a vale. When I was young, we dwelt in a vale by a misty fen that rang all night. And thus it was the maiden's pale. I knew so well whose garments trail across the reeds in a wood window light. The fen had every kind of bloom. It is a valley. It is a valley. Because the fen had every kind of bloom. For every kind there was a face and a voice that has sounded in my room across the sill from the outer gloom. Each came singing upon unto her place, but all came every night with the mist, and often they brought so much to say of things of moment to which they wist. One so lonely was fain to list, and the stars were almost faded away, before that last went heavy with dew, back to the place from whence she came, where the bird was below, where the bird was before it flew, where the flower was before it grew, where the bird and flower were one and the same. That's dust. That's dirt. And thus it is, I know so well, why the flower has odor and the bird has song. You've only to ask, and I can tell. No, not vainly there did I dwell, nor vainly listen all night long. Yeah, it's a valley. Like a valley, yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I've not been to. Oh, I don't know. Poetry prop may not prefer me. I don't know, but I prefer it, so it stuck with me. Oh. I've not been to Europe before, but I do very much. I would love to move to Europe. I would love to move to Portugal and like live there for a while and just like pop around Europe. That would be fun. Yeah. Oh, thank you guys. That's very kind. Um, this is called a dream pang, like a pang, like a. Oh no, come live in the UK. I have a friend. She lives in South England. I might have to look her up and see about that. A dream pang. I had withdrawn in forest, and my song was swallowed up in leaves that blew away. And to the forest edge you came one day. This was my dream, and looked and pondered long, but did not enter, though the wish was strong. You shook your pensive head, as who should say, I dare not far in his footsteps stray. He must seek me, would he unto the wrong. Not far, but near, I stood and saw it all, behind low boughs of trees that let down outside, and the sweet pang it cost me not to call, and tell you that I saw does still abide, but 'tis not true that thus I dwelt aloof, for the wood wakes, and you are here for proof. That's lovely. The next one's called In Neglect. It's very short. They leave us so to the way we took, as to in whom they were proved mistook. Nope, that's not correct. They leave us so to the way we took, as to in whom they were proven mistaken, that we sit sometimes in the wayside nook with mischievous, vagrant, seraphic look, and try if we cannot feel forsaken. This is interesting. My candle burns at both ends. It will not last the night, but all my foes, and oh, my friends, it gives a lovely light. Ooh, I love that. Oh, Danny, I love that, Dr. Sigrid. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I am going to start being online much more regularly. It'll be between poetry, singing, and then I do affirmation videos with my singing bowl as well. Those are just some things that I like to do. But right now I'm learning to learning what I love again. And this is going to be one of them. So if you like poetry, look for it. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, thank you, Danny. I'm not exactly sure how to schedule on YouTube the lives or like tell people about them. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. This one's called The Vantage Point. If tired of trees, I seek again mankind. Will I know where to hie me in the dawn? To the slope where the cattle keep the lawn, there amid lolling juniper reclined. Myself unseen, I see in the white defined, far off the homes of men, and farther still, the graves of men on the opposing hill, living or dead, whichever are to mind. And if by noon I've too much of these, I have but to turn on my arm, and lo, the sunburned hillside sets my face aglow. My breathing shakes the bluet like a breeze. I smell the earth. I smell the bruised plant. I look into the crater of the ant. You can't hear me again? Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Okay, good. Someone said they can't hear me. I'm not audible. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Oh, I already read that one. Mowing. It's called mowing. There was never a sound beside the wood but one, and that was my long scythe whispering to the ground. What was it? It whispered. I knew not well myself. Perhaps it was something about the heat of the sun, something perhaps about the lack of sound. And that was why it whispers and did not speak. It was no dream of the gift of idle hours, or easy gold at the hand of fay or elf. Anything more than the truth would have seemed too weak, and to the earnest love that laid the swall in rows, not without feeble pointed spikes of flowers, pale orchises, and sacred bright green snakes. The fact is the sweetest dream that labor knows, my long scythe whispers and felt the hay to make. Yeah, I think it's actually cutting wheat. I think this side is for cutting wheat, maybe. Yeah, I think so. I think anything with a rhythm is a meditation for me. I bike. I'm a cyclist, so I cycle a lot, and so it's kind of got a rhythm too. I love song. It's got a rhythm. Poetry has a rhythm, right? I think that's probably what it is. Danny, I'd love to hear your life story one day. Okay, cool. I'll do a live on that too. Yeah. I'm gonna cut these into shorts, and so you guys will have them on. So you can reread them if you want to, or re-listen to them. This one's called Going for Water. The well was dry beside the door, and so we went with pail and can across the fields behind the house to seek the brook if it still ran. Not loth to have excuse to go, because the autumn eve was fair, though chill, because the fields were ours, and the brook our woods were there. We ran as if it meant the moon. Oh, we ran as if to meet the moon that slowly dawned behind the trees, the barren boughs within the leaves, without the birds, without the breeze. But once within the wood we paused, like gnomes that hid us from the moon, ready to run to hiding new, with laughter when she found us soon. Each laid on other the standing hand, to listen ere we dared to look. In the hush we joined to make, we knew we heard the brook. A note from a single place, a slender tinkling fall that made now drops that floated on the pool like pearls, now a silver blade. Oh, how fun. That was fun. That was lovely, right? That was really cool. This one's called The Revelation. We make ourselves a place apart, behind light words and teas afloat. But oh, the agitated heart, till someone finds us really out. 'Tis pity if the case require. Or say we, that in the end, we speak the literal to inspire the understanding of a friend. But so with all, from babes that play at hide and seek to God afar, so all who hide too well away must speak and tell us where they are. Ooh, that one was fun too. That was lovely. Oh my goodness, this one's long. Whew. This went long. How long is this? It's 3 pages. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh. So, I've read for almost an hour, and you guys have been lovely. I'm so glad you guys are here. This is so fun. This is fun. I like this. Okay. So, I need a bookmark. Gonna get a bookmark. I'll use this. I use this. This was a gift for me, but here we go. Do, do, do. "1942, Halcyon House." I'm glad you came across me too. I'm so glad you're here. Interconnected and Danny, you guys are so wonderful. Oh, you subscribed. Thanks, Wolf. That's so sweet of you. Yeah, this copyright goes back to 1930. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so I will be doing a live tomorrow night as well. I will see you guys there. Thank you so much for being so lovely and wonderful. I'm so glad that you all came and stayed with me and enjoyed the poetry along with me. This is wonderful. Thank you. So, you too, Wolf. Thank you so much. I think you can, Danny. I think that there's a way that you can get notified when I'm live. I think there's a way for notifications. I just can't remember how to do that. Interconnectedness. Thank you so much. Souffle, I think tomorrow I'm either going to be practicing singing or I'll be reading poetry again. Probably from another author, I think, though. I think. So. Oh, interconnectedness said that if you click the bell icon, it'll tell you when I'm going live. So. Yeah, and if nothing else, I will be doing affirmations with my little singing bowl. So. Okay, good. All right, guys. I love you. Oh, yeah, I think that he said you have to be subscribed first and then click the notification button. I don't know. Good night. Good night, Souffle. Thank you so much, Danny, Interconnectedness, and everyone else that's on there that I have not heard from. I love you. And I am glad you're here.